And so, anyway, good morning, everybody. It's Monday, the 27th of June. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I got together with my brother here, Sean Palmer, to start teaching people about this amazing opportunity with this company. And for me, what it comes down to is it comes down to this. The government might not go back to the gold standard, but that doesn't mean I can't. So I can go back to the gold standard. I can turn my Federal Reserve notes into gold and silver. And this is how I'm going to do that. There may be other ways that come along where we'll use those too, but I think this is probably going to be the most powerful method to be able to take your soon to be worthless Federal Reserve notes and turn them into real money, which is silver and gold, and do it all tax-free. And so today we're going to start this 10-part series with part number 1, which is about health insurance. I know there's a lot of people out there who are really having a hardship. My buddy Brandon Bickford, he said his mom and dad pay $1,500 a month for health insurance. And so Brandon, you're going to want to get your mom and pa in on this whole deal. But yeah, you're going to love the story about this, and also Sean's story. He's going to tell you a little bit about his background and where he came from with this, and where it's taken him, and then give us a quick rundown on the health insurance, which is the number one benefit, or the first benefit, I should say. I'm not sure it's the number one benefit, but it's the first benefit of the 10 that we're going to be discussing here today. So anyway, Sean, good to see you this morning, brother. Thanks for coming in here and being willing to share your knowledge with us. And so, kids, I'm going to turn it over to Sean Palmer, and he's going to rock it.
Thanks, JJ. I really appreciate it. And of course, I thank both Leonard and Lori for taking the time. There's a lot of wonderful benefits that come with a 7K membership. Just a really quick background for you, Lori. Leonard already knows, but I had bought this house that I'm in 22 years ago, and the mortgage company committed 12 counts of federal felony bank fraud. So I ended up losing. I had a car business at the time. I had a construction business. I just bought a rental property. I basically lost everything. 5 years later, after my lawyer telling me, we got millions of dollars in damages, we're going to take these guys to court. 5 years later, they were offering a $100,000 settlement. And I had a contingency with the law firm for a 50-50 split. I figured we're equal partners at that rate, and the law firm be just as motivated. Well, to make a long story short, he sat me down and said, well, you have two choices. You can take the $100,000 settlement that they're offering, or, if we win $1 million lawsuit in court, then they have the right to appeal, and you're looking at about 5 more years before you see anything. And so he recommended that I take what they're offering and start over again. So I got a $40,000 settlement. By the time everything was said and done, the law firm took 60% of the settlement. I got $40,000 to offset millions in damages. And
we lost you. We lost your sound. Your sound's gone.
We cannot hear you.
Sean, we can't.
We can't hear you.
You're shoot.
Right around $1 million a year.
Okay, so hey, Sean.
Yeah.
Just so you know, whatever you just said there for like the last 20 seconds, we didn't hear any of that. Your sound went out.
Oh, geez.
Muted yourself somehow. So go ahead.
I apologize that it cut out. Basically, I lost everything, and then forayed into the cannabis business. I built up about $1 million a year cannabis business, and then the feds came in with the cops and took everything. Not that I was doing anything wrong, but it was against federal law, and so that gave them the right to come take everything away. So it was a devastating setback. And so I've worked conventional businesses with employees, and this business, just collecting coins, is the best business that's out there because you don't have to have employees. There's no overhead. And it's the first time that I've ever found out that you can start a business for only $500. And the $110, $15 a month for a coin isn't really considered overhead because you're getting something to save. And like JJ said, any one of us can go take our family to the gold standard anytime we want to. And we just have to start collecting gold and silver in order to have that insurance package. And so the whole thing that we're going to talk about today is the first benefit of the 10 benefits that we're going to cover the next week that come with your membership is health insurance. And on average, about 24 months is how long it takes after somebody commits themselves to collecting gold and silver on a monthly basis. And then the second thing is to start building some residual income by just getting 2 people involved. And so if you just get 2 people involved collecting coins with you, you're commission qualified and you're able to start collecting weekly dividend checks. And for myself, in 5 years since I paid the $500 and started collecting coins and getting the 2 people signed up, in 5 years' time, I've made more in residual income than I've paid out. So when I started this membership, I had no idea that I was going to get paid to collect gold and silver. I've yet to pay for a single coin or a single renewal fee. And that's all been covered from just the residual income that comes from getting started, going to a gold standard or a silver standard for your family. Now, one of the problems that happens after about 2 years of being a part of this program, they're making enough residual income to where at least one of the spouses can quit their job. Well, they lose their health insurance benefits when they leave their employer. So that was one of the things that this company did early on, was they started to emancipate the average family in 24 months. So in 24 months, people were looking for health insurance. So it became a paramount concern for the owners of the company that they would have those benefits to provide for people once they've quit their job, to do this on a full-time basis. And so the health insurance is very comprehensive health insurance. I used to sell health insurance when I was in my early 20s. And the catastrophic health insurance that they have, I've compared it with other people's plans. And like JJ said, you know, some people are paying an outrageous amount of money, like $1,500 a month. I had a friend that was paying $1,200 a month for his family. And the program that we have for the same insurance was $900 a month. So he saves $300 a month on his health insurance. So I don't have health insurance right now just because I've been economically challenged from all the setbacks. But as soon as I'm healthy and whole again, you can guarantee that I will be insured so that I don't have to worry about, you know, a car crash or being hospitalized and having it completely wipe me out financially. And the beautiful thing about this is once you're a part of this program and you start collecting or sign up for the health insurance program, any of the people that got in before you, even though they're not a licensed insurance agent, they're actually going to be able to start collecting a premium on your health insurance as well as a commission on your coin each month. So you got a chance to earn twice as much now through the health insurance, in addition to having the option of having a savings program on autopilot. So you don't have to take time to go shopping, you know, peruse all of the coins at your local dealer or haggle with them to try and save an extra dollar or two on bullion. There are some coin dealers that will be a little cheaper, but by the time you figure your time and gas to go down there and go shopping and then look at hundreds of coins to pick out which one you want to get, I can tell you that it's much cheaper most of the time to be able to access that gold and silver bullion through your account. And I purchased quite a bit. Go ahead.
So something that, I want to, because I want to stick with the health insurance for a little bit longer and
Sure.
also conclude with letting people, hopefully people can understand how by simply,
Not really for. I don't
I'm
have-
sorry, Lori?
No, I'm sorry, I was talking to Pete.
So simply by committing to converting yourself over back to the gold and silver standard, you are gonna have access to this health insurance. And now, so can you kind of go through, I don't know whether you can share screen with us or whether you even need to do that, or whether you can just tell people what, you know, where this starts. Because if they get into their 7K membership and they go look around, they'll see that the health plans start at like $39 a month. And then they go up from there depending on what the care and the, you know, what the
Coverage.
pennies are from the health insurance. So can you kind of give people a quick rundown on where that starts and how it moves up?
Absolutely. So a perfect example is for myself. I've already done the shopping, and it's going to be over $200 a month if I want comprehensive health insurance, which would cover me up to $1 million in a single policy year, with a $2,500 deductible, is over $200 a month. But they do have different types of insurance, because not everybody's going to be able to afford major catastrophic health insurance. As we talked about, sometimes for a family, it's $1,000 or more.
So
So
for
we have-
you, hold on 1 second. For you, this is just for you, yourself.
Yes, would be
And
about $280 a month.
$280 a month. And that's basically catastrophic coverage, $1 million policy.
Yes, with only a $2,500 deductible.
That seems incredibly reasonable to me.
It is, because
And-
I've shopped around, and it could be as much as $400 or even $500 with some insurance companies for just myself for health insurance, being 55.
And, you know, so as you move through this, we want to make sure that we help people understand here that simply investing in this coin every day, every month, and converting yourself back to the gold standard, you can pay for all of this from doing this business, correct?
Yeah, well, like I said, I just signed up 2 people when I first started, and then I didn't even pursue this as a business for almost 4 years. Just my brother and I, we were only interested in collecting coins. We didn't really see the business opportunity in the beginning, and we certainly had no idea, because when we joined, this company was brand new. It had just started. And so, you know, there's no crystal ball to let you know that this company is going to blow up over the next 5 years like it has. So the company's been very successful. As I've said, you know, the average family within 24 months of signing up and collecting coins and taking the business part of it seriously, are, you know, making $500 a week in residual income in just a couple of years' time. Well, $2,000 a month of steady income allows at least one of the spouses to quit their job. And then therefore is the need for health insurance, which is why we're talking about the health insurance this morning. And after talking to Penny, who's a part of our team, she knows people down in Atlanta that are successful business people that haven't taken that plunge of spending, you know, all that money for health insurance simply because it's cost prohibitive. But if we can get a reasonably priced plan that's competitive and available, she knows quite a few people that would be interested in looking at just health insurance.
Yeah.
So there's a great opportunity to help share the whole idea of gold and silver insurance, protecting your family, collecting, building residual income, and 24 months. That's not a very long time to start a business and be fairly successful and actually be profitable in just 24 months.
Amen.
And that's why I actually bought a retirement policy for each one of the businesses that I had destroyed by the state, because I lost a total of 12 businesses when I was raided by the police. And so I started a retirement portfolio for each one of those businesses. And for $500, that business is up and going again with zero monthly overhead. Whereas my rent alone was $2,000 a month for just the shop. So
Yeah.
to have an opportunity like this with zero overhead and start a business that has the potential to replace your current income in 24 to 36 months is very attractive. And then you look at the 10 benefits that come with the membership. The first one being health insurance, which, that applies to me. I don't have health insurance right now and I need it. And
Yeah.
so as soon as I'm in a position where my monthly income gets built up just a little bit here in the next few months from getting some more people introduced to the Coin Club, I'm going to be able to afford health insurance for, basically the first time in my life. And I'm going to be covered. I'll be protected. And so I like the idea of insurance, of being protected first through gold and silver, and then secondly through the health insurance program. Now, talking about the health insurance, because we want to stick to that as much as possible. They have the major medical health insurance like we talked about. And for myself, it's, almost $300 a month. But they do have health insurance for people that want to have some kind of protection against little things, even a trip just to the ER or the walk-in clinic could be a few $100s or up to $1,000 or more, depending on if they need x-rays and all that kind of stuff. So they do have a limited insurance plan for people that don't want to spend several $100s a month, but for as little as about $30 to $40 a month, they can get some type of health insurance plan that covers them for like 4 doctor visits a year, x-rays if they need them, just different little things that you might go see a doctor or end up in the ER for little stuff like a broken thumb or stitches or something like that. And so they even have a health insurance program for members that want to have some kind of insurance but can't afford several $100s to $1,000 a month for family insurance. And so it's a great protection kit, no matter how you apply it. If you want to get in on the smaller health insurance, so at least you're covered for the little bumps and bruises, I'd highly recommend it. Or you can step up to the major catastrophic health insurance with up to $1 million per year per person coverage with as little as $2,500 deductible. And so pretty very reasonable. And the more that you'll become familiar with 7K and their member benefits, one of the things that you're going to find out is that this health insurance is incredibly competitive, and you can help a lot of people with their health insurance by getting their insurance replaced with our health insurance and potentially saving people 100, 200. And like my friend, if I'm saving them $300 a month in health insurance, that's $3,600 a year. That pays for your entire 7K membership.
And all your coins.
And all your coins for the whole
You can-
year.
You can
So
convert
just
all
through
that
the health
money.
insurance- Yep, just through the health insurance, there's an opportunity to help people and then to help them save money and then eventually potentially even pay for their membership so that they can take their family to a gold and silver standard. Forget what the banks are doing. Forget what our government's doing. Take yourself and your family to the gold standard, to the silver standard. And like you said, JJ, you can do that today by getting a membership and setting your retirement on autopilot. And what do you think, Leonard? Is it a pretty easy program?
Oh, you're muted, Leonard.
You got to unmute yourself, boss. Well,
There
it
we
is
go.
pretty. There we
There
go.
we go.
Okay. Yep. So yeah. Well, I was in this probably 4 years back when they first started.
Right.
And when COVID came in, things got pretty tight, and some of my team, we all quit, and then I come into this again, what, 3-4 months back? I
Yeah.
went in- Yeah, and I met Sean, and I walked into his office, and I says, "Oh, 7K," and he started talking to me again. And I says, "Wow," I says, "I think I'm going to sign up again." And that's what I did. And I never
Awesome.
ever wanted to be out of it, but I did get out of it because I had a business that went down. I had a pawn shop. And when my pawn shop went down, so did my rental, because I owned a building. Well, it's right, Sean, because to run a business, we had an overhead of close to 8,000 a month running our
Right.
pawn shop. But when it closed down, I lost my job, and I lost my rental from my building. Well, I started this business for $500. And when you think about what it costs to be in business, when you make your initial investment, you plan on being in business for more than a year. Well, this costs $500 a year. And my pawn shop was a successful business for 12 years. But yeah, I'm back into it. And yeah, it is pretty easy.
Well,
And
the best part is imagine where you're going to be in 12 years in this business, just working part-time. It's going to be incredible. I can
right,
guarantee in 12 years, we're all going to be sitting real pretty because this company is going to continue to expand and grow at a phenomenal rate. Now, I got to tell you guys that there's only been 5 companies in the history of the world that have been so successful that each year they have completely doubled in size, in volume, and sales. And 7K Metals is the 6th company in the history of the world to double every year, 5 years in a row. And last year we doubled in June, and this year we doubled in May. So we're doubling in 6 months or less. So you can figure that the company is almost quadrupling in a 1-year span. We had 1,500 people at convention in Vegas this year. We're expecting maybe close to 5,000 next year in New Orleans. And I urge anybody that gets to be a part of this program, you don't want to miss these national conventions. You get an opportunity to see thousands of everyday people that have never had a business, never owned a business, never worked for themselves before. And within 24 to 36 months, they're working for themselves. They have their own health insurance through the program, and they're making more money from their 7K membership than they were working for somebody else. And now they have all the time in the world to raise their kids, help other people, travel. And that's one of the other things we'll talk about in our next 10 weeks is the travel club membership. In the crypto business that we're in, we spend $50 a month for a travel club that's not as good as this one that we get for free. So another wonderful benefit. And once you learn all 10 benefits that come with your membership, that $4.99 fee pays for itself over and over and over again. And like I said, in 5 years, I've never paid for a coin. My brother, who I started, he never signed up anybody. I signed up as 2 people for him, got him his left and right leg so he could get commission checks. And in the last 3 years, he's never paid for a coin, nor has he paid for his renewal fee either. So once again, you get paid to save money by joining this club if you take it seriously and if you make a minimal amount of effort and you get 2 people recruited. At that point in time, you're pretty much done. And almost everybody knows 2 people that are worried about what's going on, and especially the loss of the value of the fiat dollar. And it just makes perfect common sense to emancipate yourself from a crooked, rigged system by taking your family to the gold and silver standard.
Yeah. Amen. Amen, brother. That's what it's all about for me. And I'm actually in that position, in that my sweetie, who spent 30 33 years working for Albertsons, Fresh Market, and now and Macy's. She just retired after 33 years, calling in sick 3 times in 33 years. And anyway, they now that she's retired, here after the month of July, we won't have any health insurance anymore. And so the health insurance aspect of this is something that's important to me. I'm not really interested in any kind of disease care, because if I ever come down with any kind of a disease, the last place I'm going is to a US hospital. And
Amen, brother.
you
Amen.
know, where I need it is things like blowing my hand up in a swamp cooler and, you know, busting myself up playing and working and things like
Right.
that. That's what I need is like orthopedic and that kind of care. And, you know, so it sounds to me like what the way this system works is that you can kind of go through and look at the different levels of care that you need and go accordingly. And, you know, for me, it just totally makes sense. But people, this is one of my big questions about this that I think people might be interested in, is that essentially by becoming a member of 7K Metals, you become a what's the best word? I probably have to be somewhat careful choosing this word.
Well,
You don't become an insurance agent, right? But you can share this insurance possibility with other people.
Well, this
And-
is the last point that I was going to make, because we want to try and keep these really short. I don't want people getting bogged down on Monday morning. This is
Right.
just a quick 30-minute thing to get everybody's week started out with a bang, and everybody focused first thing Monday morning on the potential of introducing 2 people to this business. And so with the health insurance, when you become a member of 7K, and there's about 40,000 of us worldwide now, that's one particular group insurance that is available to us as members. Well, there's a separate group health insurance that is available to anybody. So you, even though you're not an insurance agent, know somebody that needs health insurance, you can still set them up with this group health insurance plan without being a 7K member. But if they're saving money on their health insurance, that's going to pay for their 7K membership. And then I believe that our group insurance is actually a little cheaper than the regular group insurance that's available for anybody. So once again, it's advantageous to have that 7K membership. And they've stacked so many benefits in with just collecting that it's absolutely incredible. I just want to take a minute to point out just a couple of the coins that have been released that they have in their wealth strategy booklet that you get when you sign up. The Tiffany art coins are very popular. Now, the first actual coin that came out that's kind of artwork forged in pure gold and silver actually was minted in 2004. Now, the original price of this Tiffany art coin through the Coin Club, or when it was first introduced, was $90. The market value of that coin today is between $8,000 to $10,000. And there's collectors all over that will pay that because it's such a rare coin. In 2021, just a little over a year ago, they introduced 12 Roman coins. And the Julius Caesar coin was introduced through the program at $349. The market value of that coin today, just a little over a year and a half later, is almost $1,000. One of the coins that I bought myself personally is the Montana butterfly on the Animal Series state coins. That was $139 purchase price. And I've seen one listed right now on Stack and Sell for $1,400. I have 2 of those. So pretty hard to say that this isn't a great opportunity when you can buy a coin for $139 and a couple years later, it's worth 1,500.
Tell them why they become so valuable.
Just because the Montana and the Idaho, they only minted 2,000 of those coins. All the rest of them are minted at 5,000. So Montana and Idaho were the first two states. This is obviously is an Idaho-based company. Montana, Brad and Diane Graber, who introduced me to the Coin Club, were the first ones to really pick up this business opportunity and run with it. So Montana is where 7K really first started to grow. And so to honor the two states that helped flourish this company, they honored those two states, Montana and Idaho, by minting a very limited number of coins so that they're incredibly scarce coming out. And yeah, nobody could have guessed. You know, I certainly would have never guessed that a $139 coin would be worth over $1,000 in just over a year. I mean, but they have coins like that all the time. The Pearl Harbor 5-ounce coin that they just dropped last week, $850. It's already on Stack and Sell for $1,500. And if I had $1,500, I would buy that coin because I missed it at $850, and it's going to be a $2,000-3,000 coin in another year or so. So even if I buy it at $1,500, which is twice what it sold for, I'm still going to double my money in the next 24 months.
Yeah.
So there's so many coins like that coming through here, and they're exclusive to 7K. We are the only ones in the world that get access to these exclusive coins. And then once they're released to us, we can turn around and sell them to collectors all over the world for pretty much whatever we want to ask for them.
Yeah,
It
amen.
become so rare because we don't make that many of them.
Exactly. And that's same thing with those Roman coins. So the reason that that Roman coin went from $349 to $1,000 in a year, 500. They only minted 500 of each of those 12 coins. And so if you have the full set of all 12 coins, the full set's going for $8,000 right now, almost $1,000 a coin. And they sold for $299 to $349. So once again, it's just a great way to invest. We'll talk about Stack and Sell on another week, but I've got about $4,000 of coins for sale right now on Stack and Sell, and I'm going to have coins on rotation. And my goal in the next 30 days or so is to start pulling in an extra $500 a week by just selling a coin or two.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
Well, here's the thing. I want to get back to health insurance because that's the subject of today's thing. And
Okay.
hopefully what people are going to grasp from this is how simply converting your soon to be worthless Federal Reserve notes into real silver and real gold and doing it through this program, you could literally pay for your health insurance. You could pay, you know, you like if you just keep going with getting your coin every month, and you're, you know, by doing that, you're turning your money into real money, and you're going to get paid for doing it. And people can help people that need health insurance. You know, you guys all know as well as I do that there's a bunch of people out there right now that are just getting ream jobs something fierce for their health insurance. I know it's a huge
Or they
thing for
can't
me.
afford it.
I want
Like
to
me.
help people. I know this, our health insurance that we got through Fresh Market that we're not going to have anymore because Tina's retired.
Right.
If we want to keep that going, it's $1,200 a month.
Well, and I can guarantee our insurance is going to beat that. So
Yeah.
there
And
you go. So part of your membership will be paid for by your health insurance. And so this is a great opportunity to discuss health insurance with people at random, at large. And if they're in the need or their insurance is killing them, here we have an opportunity to step in and help them. And if we can save them money, then, you know, they can have their 7K membership paid for by the money they save on health insurance. So once again, we want to keep this short and sweet. Our half hour is up. If I'm here to answer questions, if anybody has any questions now, but the health insurance is just another incredible asset and tool that is made available by the founders of the company. And they really do care about us as individuals, and providing a way for us to be able to provide for ourselves and our families on a consistent, regular basis. And now I'm in a position, after losing my $2 million a year cannabis business and $10 million in damages 4 years later. Do I want to go back to the cannabis business? No, this business is going to blow that business away. And so, sure, I lost $10 million in the last 4 years, but God has given me an opportunity where in the next 2 years, by helping other people, I will be completely emancipated. I'll be retired in about 24 months. And so will any of you guys that are a part of this team that I'm building, because you're sitting at the very top of this pyramid that I'm gonna be developing in the next 2 years, so that me and my family can have financial freedom and be able to travel the world and see this beautiful place that God created and experience all those different cultures and food and just the way people think and live differently in different countries around the world. That's always been my dream. And in about 2 more years, thanks to 7K and the founders of this company and this great company that they've built for us, that opportunity is ripe and it's waiting. And I am very anxious to take as many people with me as I can. And so I thank all of you this morning for your time. And hopefully we can get more people on these Monday calls. And like you said, when the 10 weeks is up and we've went through all 10 member benefits, maybe we'll do 5 benefits on a Monday morning, and then the next Monday we'll do the next 5. And then that way we can cycle through a lot faster, so people don't have to spend 10 weeks in order to learn about all 10 member benefits, because this company is truly amazing. It's changed my life, and I'm completely dedicated to nothing but 7K for the next 2 years of my life. And then after that, I should be free to do pretty much whatever I want.
Yeah, amen. Yeah, I love it, brother. I think that's not a bad idea. I mean, if we really want to go deep into each of the benefits, I don't know whether you know more about it than I do and what we can, what we can
This
fit
is
in time wise and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'd like to, what we can do with these things, like right now, this has gone just about a half an hour. And so when I share this thing out with people, I'll let them know that the first half hour was about the health insurance side of it, and then we got into questions and answers and that kind of stuff if it ends up being that way. But whenever I send out a video to somebody, I kind of like to try and give them some heads up about what's in the video. And like with this one right here, there's an 18-minute video that I'm going to put into the comments of this once I get it created, because I'm going to put it on YouTube and I'm going to create
share that with Penny too today, would you? Because I was telling her about that yesterday, and I was telling her that the best way to pre-qualify people is just have them look at that 17-minute video, because either they're not going to be interested or they're going to have questions. And if they got questions, she just needs to say, you know what, I'm busy, but my business partner Sean's going to explain everything, and then she's going to set up the appointment for me to call them or them to call me. And then that way she can continue to work on what she's doing. And I'm going to help her build that business without a lot of effort or a lot of time on her part. And that's available for anybody.
Yeah. And that video is absolutely fantastic, quite frankly. I think it's one of the best videos I've ever seen, helping people to understand why gold and silver has been real money for over 3,000 years, and it's always maintained its value. And it always will maintain its value, even in spite of all the manipulation that all these criminals are doing to it.
The more that they devalue paper currency, which they explain that very explicitly in that 18-minute video, makes it very easy to understand why you want to participate with precious metals and why you want to insure your family against all of the wicked ways of the banks and the government today.
Amen, brother. I love it. I mean, my plan, you guys, I just came to this conclusion the other Saturday night when I was talking with Sean that, you know, the government, the United States government might not be sending our dollar or our Federal Reserve note back to the gold standard, but that doesn't mean I can't.
Yep.
I can send my Federal Reserve notes back to the gold standard, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't care what they're doing. I know what I'm doing, because having these babies, having these little rascals like this, it'll be interesting to see what this coin's worth. I paid
Nice.
$119 for it. It's the Abe Lincoln wrestler coin. Apparently, old honest Abe, he was a good wrestler, and I've always been a wrestler. I love wrestling.
In just a few months, that coin should probably be worth around 199, from 119 to 199. The reason I say that is because the first series that they did was Benjamin Franklin. And I've already seen some of those half-ounce coins that sold for the 119 being sold for $200 or more.
Yeah, well, I don't have any intention on selling any of them unless I have to for some reason, but it's nice
Right.
knowing in a future one of these meetings, we'll be teaching you about stack and sell
Yes.
and how that provides us with an opportunity to liquidate these coins if we need to liquidate our inventory and be able to run it through another one of our benefits, which is our Sound Money wallet, which we're going to get into that one too down the road.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be really exciting. I'm really excited about this opportunity and the ability to use this as a vehicle to convert my soon to be worthless Federal Reserve notes into real money while they still are worth something. So
Well, we can rescue a lot of people and a lot of families by educating them and reaching out to them and sharing this opportunity. So, we really have a responsibility as Christians to try and provide a better life for our constituents, our brothers and sisters. And this is the easiest thing that I've ever found in my life. And it's been such a blessing for me, despite all of the harsh setbacks and losses and the brutalities of life. 7K has emerged to rescue me from that nightmare. And so my heart is completely dedicated to this company and to working with amazing people like you. I'm looking forward to working with Penny. She knows a lot of people down in Georgia. She has a tremendous opportunity to be making that $3,500 a week as a silver in as little as 12 months. And she's pretty excited about that. And I think she's going to take that challenge pretty seriously.
Yeah, I'm excited about that too. And one last thing before we leave here, the health insurance side of things. Here's a lot of the mindset that's going on out there in our country today. I got a friend of mine that I met on a river trip years back that we still we're friends on Facebook. And anyway, she sent me a long-winded comment about that she wants government to pay for health insurance. This is the mindset of people. And the thing is if you look at health insurance in countries where government provides health insurance, it's really not pretty. It's really quite ugly. And they never tell you the truth about that kind of stuff in the media. It's always a constant barrage of government this, government that. And but anyway, I'm going to get a hold of her, and from that post, which she just gave me that message a day or so ago, and I can't stop thinking about her. I got to let her know about this. You want health insurance? Government's not the answer. This is.
Right.
This is the answer.
And another thing too is that because she would like to see socialized medicine. Well, I mean, you can explain to her that she has the real possibility of starting a 7K membership, and within 12 months, if she were successful and made it to a silver, making $3,500 a week, 7K is going to pay for every penny of that health insurance. Not a dime would come out of her pocket. So
Exactly.
once again, when you put the two things together, one serves the other. And whether they need insurance or whether they need insurance for against the fiat currency, either way, we've got insurance to cover people both ways. And the truth be told, I could have paid for health insurance couple 3-4 years ago because my commissions have been much greater than what my expenses have been to purchase coins and renew every year. Well, I probably made an extra $15,000 in commissions over and above the cost of my membership. So in a way, I could either take that 15 grand and buy 15 grand more of silver and collectible coins, or I could have taken some of that 15 grand and paid for health insurance. And the health insurance wouldn't have cost me a dime. It would have
Right.
been paid for just like 7K has paid for my membership fee. And they paid for every coin that I've received in 5 years. And they paid for every coin my brothers received in the last 3 years. So both of us didn't realize when we started that this is a program where you get paid to save money. I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable.
And it's real money that you're saving, kids.
And
Real
it's
money.
real money. And it's in your hot little hand each month. So that
Real
nobody can
money,
take it away
kids.
from you.
Real money.
I'd like to add something to this for a second.
Sure.
Yeah, so I told you how I lost my pawn shop with an overhead of $8,000 a month. Well, the overhead on this business is $41.66 a month. And that provides you with a hosting company that hosts your website that allows you to do business. And had you
Right.
go out and make your own website and try to get a hosting company for $41 a month, it won't be done. So anyhow, I just want to say that to the overhead of this business is $41 a month. And and I'm not adding the coin in there that you collect because you're getting a tangible asset when you pay that $110. So that's not an overhead. You're getting a tangible asset back in your pocket and you hold it. A company don't hold it somewhere in Canada or the US or whatever. So anyhow, this is a $41 a month overhead. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That's,
not even the
dude, what
cost
a
of
great
cell
point.
phone. That really is a good point, Leonard. Yeah, thank you.
That's a great way of thinking about it. You know, I mean,
that's-
that,
and JJ, in the next 10 sessions, you're going to bring lots more points what this company can do. Wait until they see Stack and Sell. I mean, there's
Or
so
the
many
Sound
things
Money
with
wallet.
this. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or 7K Advantage, the travel club, which is probably of all the benefits, I'd say it's probably a toss up between the travel club and Stack and Sell. Because those are two really amazing things that are going to change my life over the next few months. So,
Well, I
wish
love
could
it.
have started my pawn shop out for $41 a month, but it took us a lot more than that.
yeah,
And
amen.
after 12 years, we got shut down. So anyhow,
Well, I think what a great meeting. You know, I'll let people know when we share this out that really the first half hour is the part you really want to listen to if you're interested in the health
benefits.
insurance side of things. And you know, can we? And then I'll just give everybody kind of a rundown on the time frame. And one last thing I'd like for you to do, if you wouldn't mind, Sean, is just give people a rundown on the membership to be able to get into this as a member. What is it run them? And
Okay.
you know, what's the deal with that? And what are they looking at if they
Okay, so there's
see this
two
and wanna rock?
two basic memberships that are available. There's the collector's membership, which is $199 enrollment fee
And that per year, correct?
per year.
Okay.
And then with that $199, you can still build a business, but you're just not going to build the business as fast, and you're not going to build up that residual income as quickly as if you get business kits or business people involved. You know, a perfect example is at 199, I'd have to sell like 5 memberships. I'd have to get 5, 6 people in each leg in order to get my 500 or my investment back. Whereas with the 499, you get $150 commission on that. So if you just get 3 people on each leg, which is you get one person, then you help them get there too, you help them get there too. You now have 3 people in each leg. You basically got your $500 check investment back in the first 30 days. And most people can do that just by finding 2 people. So it's a very simple system and it's very easy to duplicate. Obviously, we want to bring people in at the 499. We want them to be serious as a business. But there's some people that aren't interested in the residual income. They're already retired. They're comfortable. They like the idea of maybe collecting some coins and flipping some coins on Stack and Sell, maybe making an extra $1,000 a month by sitting down to the computer for 10, 15 minutes a day. That's a pretty good way to build some passive income. So there's a lot of people that'll be interested in just collecting, and that's the 199 membership. The 499 just gives you so many more tools. You get more training. You get a full-blown Stack and Sell membership with that. It's the difference between the $300 is absolutely incredible if you're trying to build a business and create that generational wealth for you and your family in the form of residual income. And I just want to finish up by saying that I've been a real estate guy my whole life. And the reason that this business blows away any and all businesses, including real estate, which, I never thought I would ever say that, but in 5 years of me really doing nothing other than just signing up a couple people for my brother, he now has about $5 million in dividends and commissions that have collected in his retirement portfolio. And he also is about 24 months away from being retired with a $2,000 per week income or $8,000 a month. I would have had to take on $1 million debt, spend 8, 9, 10 months constructing an apartment complex with 8 units that each rent for $1,000 a month. But then he'd still have to collect that rent every month. He has taxes, he has insurance, he has repairs, he has maintenance. Plus, I'm still paying off $1 million debt with that $8,000 a month in income. In about 6 years' time, 4 years of me doing nothing, my brother doing nothing, 2 years of working at 7K as a business, he's going to have $8,000 a month in residual income, and I will have 0 debt. Not $1 million in debt, 0. So through this company, I will have done the equivalent of investing $1 million into real estate and building my brother an 8-unit apartment complex without having to collect rent, taxes, insurance, maintenance, repairs. So you can see that this business, there's no business that compares with this business. No way.
Yeah, this is pretty awesome stuff, you guys. And, keep in mind one other thing that is really important to me. I don't know about you guys, but as a serial entrepreneur, somebody who's self-employed, there's one thing that I seriously need, and that's tax write-offs.
Right.
I try to make it so that pretty much everything I do, everything I spend money on is some sort of a tax write-off. And otherwise I'll be having to give the communists way too much money every year, and I don't like that. But this right here, because it's business education, this membership that you're buying is also an educational platform that is teaching us about precious metals and precious metal investing and rare coins, and it's a business.
And all the tax write-offs of having your own business.
Yeah.
Anytime you travel, you travel up here to Billings, bring your truck and your camper, and that whole thing, you can write it all off. All your gas, all your food, all your expenses, you can deduct at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
As a
that's
business
another way that you
expense.
can help people.
So that's important to me, you guys, and I don't know about you, everybody has to make their own decisions as to what their reasons are for doing the things they do, but I'll tell you what, this has got a whole lot of reasons that I think cover a lot of gamut of the things that people care about in their lives. And so it's awesome. This is really cool stuff. And Sean, I want to say thank you so much for jumping in with us today and committing to do this for the next 10 Mondays. Personally, I think it would be fun to do it for the next 10 Mondays, just because we're also going to be, for anybody like Penny, if you've got Kelly or whoever that wants to take a look, we got to get a hold of Johnny. And because I'm pretty sure he's going to want to hear about all this. And, you know, if people want to, if you've got anybody that you think might be interested in learning about the health insurance side of this, the way all of this can work, and you got people that want to learn what we're going to try to do on these Mondays so that we can start weeks off with a bang, start off in the morning with a quick meeting like this, and then plan on also having another meeting later on in the evening at probably around 6 p.m. Mountain
Yeah,
time, and
that
go
would be
through and
ideal.
show the video or whatever and answer people's questions, help people understand. And so if you've got anybody that wants to learn about this, wants to see what's going on, you can either share them this video with them, or you can invite them into a meeting directly, and
All right.
we can do that on Monday nights as well. So
I got a question. What should we cover next Monday? What do you guys want to learn next about?
we're going to number 2,
Number 2.
benefit number 2. What is benefit number 2 again?
Well,
Let me look
Um,
here.
I have to take off. We'll see you, JJ. See you, Sean. Thanks
okay,
for
we'll see
coming.
you.
Love you, brother. Have a great day.
You bet.
Yep, take care, Leonard.
What is number
Um,
2?
Yeah, number 2 is going to be the auto saver. And so there's 4 different things that you can get on the auto saver. So we'll cover that
Yeah, perfect. So that'll be next Monday.
next Monday.
And, we can start next Monday or next week off with another bang. And, you know, that's what I love about doing these early morning Monday things, is it gets you I'm pretty jacked up about this, or getting after it and letting people know about this. And, you know, just the health insurance side of things, I see so much benefit in that, not only for myself and being one of those people that is going to need health insurance, especially the trauma care. And so I'm looking forward to taking advantage of that. And I'm already on the autopilot. And so that's exciting for what we're going to be talking about next week. So
Yeah.
I'll get this
I
up.
trust them. I don't trust those people. I
What's
mean, I
that?
have like, I
Penny?
don't even, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's that?
I said, I don't trust those people at the doctor's office. All they want to do is give you a damn pill. I mean, they just want to know if you're depressed, you need anxiety medicine, antidepressant. You know, I'd say I have great insurance and I don't ever go, you know, unless I'm getting an eye lift or something.
I don't
I mean,
blame
it's
you.
just all they
I
want to
don't
do
trust
is
them
give me,
either.
I don't, so,
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. So I think insurance is overrated in the sense
like
of without an emergency.
like I said earlier, Penny, the last thing in the world that I would ever do if I come down with any kind of a disease, the last thing in this world I'm going to do is go to an American hospital. It ain't happening. I don't need that kind of health insurance because I will never use it ever. They're criminals. All they're going to do is kill me. They're not going to heal anything. I need care for broken bones and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Something that's, I mean, 'cause,
So
yeah,
And then
nothing but a
Penny,
bunch of garbage, big pharma.
Penny will be available this evening, just in case